guys, I am Kristen from Raging Against the Minivan.
And I'm Sarah from Whirl.
And we're here again to discuss the latest episode of Downton Abbey. Episode 6, right?
Cruising along.
Okay, so we are picking up the pieces after Sybil's untimely death.
I'm feeling a little better.
Well, we were hoping for some good news and we got it this week.
Yes!
And the good news is that the Bates prison plot is over.
Thank goodness. I am so
because I was
over
getting sick
prison.
of that. And yes, Bates is free.
Bates is free.
Bates is free.
Oh, he and Anna can love on each other all
cute.
they want.
That was a nice little reunion.
I know. And Lord Grantham's going to get them a little cottage.
I know.
So they can live like married folk.
It's just, again, like so bizarre to think about this time that they're living in when, you know, you're a servant and you're just like at the mercy of whoever you work for. Like,
I know.
Maybe you can't get married or...
Right.
What happens if they have kids? I mean...
Yeah, that'd be odd.
Right? Like, would she have to stop working and could he support her? It's all very...
And then it's kind of up in the air, too, about what Bates is going to do.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to be the valet.
Okay. So
What's going on with that?
let me just say, Bates, why are you extending mercy to Thomas that's not deserved?
Right. I mean,
like,
that's
dumb.
really great that you have a big heart
I
and
know,
you're so...
but
come on. Thomas is so evil, and it's so annoying that he's just... all of a sudden just kind of like helping him out.
Okay, I'm going to put on my therapist hat for a minute. Bates, you can forgive someone without letting them back in your life.
Ooh.
Okay.
What do you think about that, Bates?
Drop a little nugget of wisdom for you.
Oh yeah, how about that therapy?
Yeah, I just, that seriously, I was like, no, don't keep him around. Like,
I
mean, how awful and evil does he have to be before people are...
I don't know. He's always going to be awful and
He's
evil
always
and whatever.
And they're going to keep him on the show because
and obviously
it's dramatic.
from the show, I mean, he's having some troubles of his own.
Wow, okay, we're going to get to that in a minute.
Yeah, I'll get to that. Okay, so
Edith, getting the job.
Getting the job, and it's totally obvious that you can tell the editor guy likes her.
Sexual tension with
She
the editor.
doesn't seem like she even realizes it, because she's just kind of like, remember when they meet, she's just talking about being jilted at the altar and blah, blah, blah. But he's obviously into her, so something's going to go on with that.
And he's cute.
They'd
be a good match.
They would be a good match.
He's smart.
Yeah.
She's smart.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm liking it. I hope.
I am too. I just...
For Edith's sake, give the girl a break.
Give the girl a break. So that could be a new little love story, which is good.
Because
we need a love story.
We need a love story.
But they're kind of weird about it. The rest of the family, you know.
Oh my gosh.
Whether or not she should take this job,
Lord G is being a jerk again. But even Violet is being all judgy about it.
Is being judgy about it. She kind of comes around, but she's still being judgy.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, what do we expect? Of course they're going to act like that.
Poor oppressed women. Speaking of oppressed women, so Ethel is Isabel's maid, the former prostitute, and everybody's having a hernia about that.
Everybody is
Ethel's
freaking out
being
about
shunned
her.
in the village, full Scarlet Letter style.
Yeah.
And then Violet said something like, "This is bringing a world of scandal to you and everyone who touches." Yeah, something like that.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's so dramatic.
It's so dramatic. But you know, I'm kind of, I don't know, the Ethel storyline, it's not really that, I mean, it is, but it's just kind of like, what are you going to do with this? Where is this going to go? It's like all of a sudden she's just going to be accepted by everyone. It's just kind of this source of tension. Yeah.
And just, again, kind of a sign of that time they're living in when a woman can literally be ruined. Like, there's no redemption. Although I will say, I thought Violet, I don't know that she did it out of the goodness of her heart, but I thought her seeking employment out of the house was wise.
Yes, I do
agree. And I actually think Isabel's reluctance to do that was a little bit naive.
Yeah.
Like, it totally makes sense to send her somewhere where she knows no one.
Exactly.
That was smart.
So that was a smart part.
So we have Matthew and Lord G fighting over the estate crap.
Okay, so now the estate planning is turning into the prison for me.
It's
like,
the new prison plot line. It's the boring. It's the part where
I'm so bored.
Use the bathroom and check my email. Well, I mean, I feel like as they talk about it, I feel like it's when my husband starts talking about 401k, and I'm like,
you know, Lord Grantham has a point there, Kristen. I'm over it. Just fix it. I don't care.
Well, and again, it's just so prideful. Like, let Matthew fix it. I mean,
yeah, just let him fix it. I think that the whole idea with Branson,
brilliant.
becoming the manager.
I like that.
Because he has the farming experience or whatever.
Yes.
That's a good move. And it keeps him in the story.
Yes.
Because as of, last week he was going to, like, take off and go to Liverpool or wherever he was going.
I like the way they looped him in so he can still be living there. And that makes total sense. Even though I think that was accepted pretty quickly. I still think there would have been some issues with him being just a chauffeur, downstairs person. But
no, I agree.
But I'm glad that it's happening. I thought that was a good move.
Yeah,
Violet,
that was a good move.
Violet thinking on her feet without
Violet is holding this whole family together.
She kind of is.
She really is.
She kind of is.
Gotta love Violet.
Let's see. Oh, the quadrangle downstairs.
Man, it's like, what's going on? It's kind of insane down there.
Well, first of all, we've got Alfred, who asked Ivy to the movies.
Right.
Which totally pissed off Daisy because Daisy loves Alfred. Right. And it's clear that Ivy doesn't like Alfred.
Ivy does not like Alfred, but she seems kind of keen on James.
But who does James like?
Well, James is, we know James
does not like Thomas. We'll get to that in a minute.
But yeah, it's just all getting kind of messy down there.
It is. Because does James like Daisy? Or he's not really showing. Well, he does flirt with Ivy.
He flirts with Ivy. I think if he were to hook up with anybody, it'd probably be Ivy.
But see, I feel like he only flirted with Ivy once there had been that thing with Tom, and he wanted to show, like, I like the ladies. Look at me being flirty.
True.
Okay, so let's talk about Tom.
Oh God.
Awkward. I literally had to watch that scene. Like through my hands because it's like stop. No.
I know.
So
it was
awkward.
So awkward.
Like going in there and like why would first of all, no one should kiss anybody while they're asleep. Like,
right.
I don't want my husband to creepy. Like nobody wants to be in REM sleep and be woken up to someone on their mouth.
Like on their mouth.
Oh,
yeah, so gross.
But
and then on top of that,
and O'Brien, she egged that on and she
did.
Won. She won.
And it shows, that the matters of the heart, I guess, are really strong because I think of Thomas as being a really sly guy. He's smart. He knows what he's doing. And the fact that he was led so blindly down the wrong path by O'Brien, I'm kind of like, it's hard for me to believe, but you know what? The heart wants what the heart wants. Yeah. And he wanted him, and then he hears, he must like me because O'Brien's feeding him all this crap. Sad. And then he goes in there and does that. And I felt horrible for James too, because just the whole thing. And then Alfred, like walking in,
Alfred seeing it, and he seems like such the innocent, he's so scandalized by that.
He is so scandalized. So that's just
that was brutal. That was just brutal. Yeah.
I felt really, really mortified and humiliated for Thomas. Which is surprising.
I know.
Normally I want to be like, ha.
How many times have we said Thomas is beyond the pale with his horrible behavior? But I did too. I had sympathy for him.
I felt so bad for him. Because just in that time too, it's the 20s, in England. And just
not acceptable. And not only that, now, his job's on the line. Right. So he's like totally embarrassed himself, been, put off by someone he is, liking, and then he could get fired.
Yeah.
And so O'Brien, again, she's encouraging Alfred to tattle.
Right.
Which is horrible. And then Alfred does. And then they're like using words like this is a criminal matter. Again, just a reminder of this time period and how...
Criminal matter.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then Carson's just acting like it's just...
And Judgy Carson.
Judgy.
He's totally judgy, so he's probably like...
Although I found it interesting that Thomas really owned it. And instead of just being like... because it was so taboo in that time period. Yeah. You would think he would have said, like, I don't know what happened, it was an accident.
Right.
But he really owned, I'm gay, and I have to look for signs where I can find them. I thought that was interesting that he just owned it.
You're right.
In the midst of Carson basically calling him perverted. And
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I can't imagine that would be really, really hard life to live.
Yeah. I feel a little bit bad for evil Thomas.
A little bit bad.
So Matthew and Mary still not getting pregnant.
No.
And there seems to be some mystery there.
Going on.
Like, is she using birth control?
Right.
She's seeing a doctor. Nobody knows why.
Can she not have children?
Yeah.
Is it going to be she can't have children? Are they going to adopt the baby? Sybil? I don't even know.
I wondered that too.
But I guess not because there's Branson, Tom. But something's going on.
I wondered that too.
So something's going on.
So Tom's brother pays a visit. His brother from Scotland.
Yeah.
Ireland,
he's a fun one. Scotland. Ireland? I don't know.
Somewhere, not England.
Somewhere, not England.
Yeah, he's kind of a loose cannon.
He's a loose cannon. He likes to hang out with everybody downstairs.
He's giving Tom a hard time for being uppity.
Yeah. But he was kind of that was kind of funny.
Yeah,
I
liked him
welcome
coming in and shaking it
breezy,
up.
Yeah, shaking it up a little bit. Yeah. So I appreciated that.
Ruffling all the feathers.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else?
Ethel ends up moving.
Yes. Which Tom ends up being manager, and then we're kind of left with Carson
talking to Thomas.
Yeah, that kind of being open-ended.
So what's going to happen with that? Is he going to lose his... Well, obviously he's not going to lose his job.
Well, it's so annoying because, I mean, again, it's like how this show kind of pulls you in. At the beginning of the episode, I'm like, no, Thomas shouldn't stay. Bates, kick him out. And you know, by the end, I'm like, Thomas, don't kick him out.
So what's going to happen next? I don't know. What did you guys think of the show? Did you like it? Let us know.
Yeah.
We'll see you next week.